What is going on, guys? It is your boy Positive Roy here with the one, the only, unfortunately, Todd the Rod. Just kidding. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man? Good to be here today.
Good to see you, man. How you been?
I've been good, buddy. I've been good. Trying to get back into Dead by Daylight.
Mhm.
Trying to take your your grand knowledge of the game and hopefully apply it to being a little bit of a better player.
Yeah, and I've heard you've been wanting to do you've been wanting some help with your perk builds. I mean, I can definitely give you a couple pointers if you want me to.
Absolutely, man. I would love to know what kind of perks you run just
All
to mess
right.
around with some killers.
All right, if you want to mess around with some killers, I got you. That's like one of my favorite pastimes to do when I really just want to ruin the killer's day for giving me a bad time. So, but so to start it off, I would say bring as many flash perks as you can. So I would say Blast Mine, which is a Jill Valentine perk. Basically, you work on 40% of the gen. It lights up. You press an active button. It's like for 60 seconds. It's like a flash grenade on top of the generator, and then if they smack it, it blows up in their face. They have to
Oh
smack it again.
shit!
Yeah, and then if they don't kick it a second time, because the first time you kick it, it doesn't actually regress the generator. So then you'll know if they know what's going on. But that's also one. If you and flashbang is takes about the same time as blast mine, and then you hide in a locker real quick, press an active ability button, and then there's a flash grenade in your hand. And
Okay,
then
okay.
yeah, and you have to bring bait. So one of my favorite things to bait people with blast mine is red herring, which is a Zarina Kassir perk. After I work on a generator for about 3 seconds, the generator will light up yellow. I don't think for the other teammates, just me. So I can, once it turns yellow, and say I already installed the blast mine and all that. I mean, I've already would have had blast mine. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, of course, of
if
course.
you just if they're paired together, okay. So all I gotta do is when I go into a locker, when it's still highlighted, it will make an imitation noise of a generator blowing up of that specific generator that I baited with a blast mine. The killer's gonna hear that notification and go over there, and then they pop that gen, they get blown up, and they realize they just got trapped, and I just wasted a good chunk of their time. You know?
Okay, so you're definitely playing with some more stalling tactics.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a troll thing where you kind of like playing a prank on the prank on the killer. But I would, for the fourth slot, I would put, in this case the killer is going to be after you once he realizes that you're doing it. I would put off the record. Basically, off when you get off the hook, you leave no blood marks or no scratch marks, no blood, and no grunts of pain for about 60 minutes. Maybe the 60 seconds, and then
60
you
minutes
also
would
get
be
it.
crazy.
60 minutes would be insane, but no, it's then it basically gives you a free hit. So even if say the chainsaw, like one of the chainsaw buttholes, try to like chop you down, that will save you too. So you get stuck in one of trapper's traps, it will immediately get you out of that trap. It's pretty useful. It's actually one of the best perks in the game. A lot more people should run it. So yeah, if you're gonna mess with killers, I'd recommend Blast Mine, Off the Record, Flashbang, and Red Herring, just so you can have some fun with baiting the killer, and then going with some flash. You can save people with flashbangs. You can throw the flashbang in front of killers, and then while they're holding somebody, and then if you time it right, you can get them off. You can flash them at pallets when they're in the breaking animation.
Okay.
You can have some real fun with like this build. I think after that match, the killer will definitely be in your inbox. So be prepared for a few choice words when he's cussing you out for burning his retinas to death.
Alrighty. What about any alternate perks that you could potentially add to that list of
Uh,
four?
um, that's a great question. I would say there is a Ellen Ripley perk, chemical trap. So basically, you have to work on a gen for about 20% worth of progress. You get when there's like a downed pallet from like a chase or whatnot, or if you're in a chase and you throw a pallet down, you place a chemical trap on top of that pallet, and they can either respect the pallet, but if they don't, it's still gonna be like a chase like scenario that you can stall for more time. But if they decide to break the pallet with the trap, they practically freeze and slow down very, very bad. Like they get like icy blue, super slow for like, what was it, 4 seconds? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they are slowed down 50% for 4 seconds.
Okay.
So yeah, so I mean, if you want to put that in place of like off the record, if you just really don't care about really living, but if you just want to mess around with the killer, you can replace off the record with chemical trap. So you just have a whole bunch of like gimmicks you can like throw out there and just waste the killer's time and bug the crap out of them. Um,
Nice. Okay.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah, no, I highly recommend like that build. There's different things you can different like I guess little let's see another possible let's see what would be another possible actually yeah you can pair it with wiretap the Ada Wong perk when standing next to a generator, press the active ability button to install wiretap, which stays active for about 120 seconds. Affected generators will be revealed to all survivors by a yellow aura. Only one wiretap can be active on a generator. When the killer enters within 14 meters of the generator, their aura is revealed to all survivors. Wiretap deactivates when the generator is damaged or by the killer when the timer expires. So basically it lets you know when the killer's like in close proximity to the mine, like the generator that you're currently working on, so you don't get like completely jumped on. Like you don't get like absolutely like flambéed at the generator, so you actually have some like time to get out and plan your escape.
Right.
So that's also another gen perk. Gen perks are really fun. I recommend them. Um, but yeah, as far as trolling goes, that's probably the best trolling thing that I can possibly like give you. But
Okay.
there's many types of builds I can like give and all that stuff. But yeah, that's like the best one for like just annoying the crap out of a killer.
Well, I think I would definitely be back to ask you a few more questions after I start running this, but I think my follow-up question with that is I've always been an Ash Williams and a Steve Harrington main. Those are
Yeah.
the only two characters that I've really run consistently.
Yeah.
Uh, who do you think? I have all these blood points. I've only ever just continuously prestiged those two characters. Who do you think that I should actually put
Mm.
my blood points towards? Who do you think would be best to unlock new perks that are going to be most helpful?
I would say so. You played as Steve, so he's very altruistic and he knows how to survive in some tough scenarios. So I mean, I would recommend either to kind of stay in that threshold a little bit.
Okay.
I would suggest like maybe maining Meg or even Nia Carlson because
Okay.
they're very evasive. They can get away from the Nia can get away from the killer a lot better than most because her urban evasion perk is like one of the best perks in the game. And I personally think you would I think you would like Meg a lot because she has sprint burst and it kind of teaches you that you don't need to always be running around on the map, which you don't. So if you do run, her perk activates and you sprint for like 5 seconds. But yeah, I think she kind of disciplines you in the terms of like, yeah, you don't always have to be running around aimlessly giving out random scratch marks and giving away your position to the killer. So
Okay.
I think you would like Meg or Jake's a lot of fun too. I don't really play him, but he's a lot of fun. He can get rid of hooks for a lot longer than usual toolboxes, and he can, all those perks that make you scream and whatnot, and get away your location.
Yeah, I've ran into that a lot recently.
Yeah, he actually so it'd be perfect. He has a perk they call Calm Spirit, which basically stops him from doing that the entire match. Even like the tier 1 is like complete silence. Like he is not affected by those types of perks. He'll just stay 100% quiet.
All right then. So
Yes,
definitely,
I would recommend you if you want. Yeah, I would recommend Jake then if you want to see what that feels like.
okay. I think I might definitely check out Jake and Meg. I think I'm gonna put a lot of my blood points into them. See if I can unlock some new perks for the rest of my survivors, and kind of get back with you next week and see tell you how it went. And
No, yeah, report back to me. I must know if you actually like won with these things and didn't get absolutely flambéed.
well, all right, man. I
Um,
appreciate you. Thank you for taking your time today and kind of giving me a little bit of information about the game and its updated state and
oh,
some
no
nice
problem,
perk
man.
builds.
No problem, man. No problem at all. It's always good to help you. And if you guys down below, you guys in the watching this right now, if you'll have any perk builds that you want to throw out there, you want to, if there's something about my build that I can improve on or whatnot, just let me know down below. Or what's like, what do you usually? Are you a healer? Are you a chaser? You're a stun god? What are you? Let us know down below. Let us know what you're running. And my name is Positive Aurora, or call me Stevo. Want to send it off, buddy?
Absolutely, man. I'm always here for it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.
Peace.